Pretty cool.
Very cool.
All right, well, you told me something yucky that's happening in Buffalo right now.
Yeah, well, they're expected to get that rain from Harvey. It's incredible that it's moving all the way up to the northeast, to the Great Lakes region. I'm headed back to Buffalo tomorrow. Unfortunately, I can't make that Bronco game. But they are supposed to be in the mid-60s all week while I'm there, and they have frost on the ground this morning, I just found out. So.
Wow, talk about a tale of two extremes. I was like, I don't know if you're ready for, pick what you want.
It's been such a heat wave here in Boise. I'm kind of excited to go back and have it be a little cooler.
Right.
But I think I'll be ready to come back here and it'll be nice again.
Hopefully be in the 70s or 80s and not upper 90s. But yeah, what do you pick? Do you pick the heat or the frost on September 1st? Are you kidding me?
Crazy.
Such a different climate over there. Well, for us, September 1st, Labor Day weekend, typically we're starting to see those temps back off and be in the low to mid 80s, which looks perfect and would feel pretty darn good too. Instead, we're going to take the upper 90s instead this year, and that actually is not far off of our all-time record high for Labor Day, which is 101. That was set back in 2007. So instead of getting down there in that more normal range, this year has been anything but normal. So yeah, we're going to give you the upper 90s instead. Hey, speaking of, a lot of you probably trying to get a jump start on that Labor Day weekend for traveling. The forecast looking pretty good, especially in the Pacific Northwest. Weather should be perfect, smooth sailing in the skies, no delays this morning, and that goes the same thing for across the region as well. Everything good to go, so smooth sailing across the skies. Keep an eye on some of these airports again that you're watching in the track of Harvey, I would say up through Tennessee, Kentucky, and into the Ohio Valley. Philadelphia developing about a 30-minute delay kind of on average, so seeing some slowdowns there this morning. So unless you're traveling way over east, should be good to go on your flights out this morning. Satellite and radar looking pretty good around here. Again, it's going to be so quiet, really just looks like a static picture. It's going to look that way, I think, for the next few days as well, possibly into all of next week as well. Jet stream forecast. So here we had that blue line, the cold front that drove through the area yesterday, kind of steering in a little bit of wind, but keeping our temperatures a bit cooler. Instead, now you can start to see these lines starting to amplify up over the top of us. When you see this, it signifies a ridge of high pressure. And when you get these darker red colors, yep, it's a big ridge of high pressure. So here comes the heat, tracking inland and up over our forecast area all the way through Labor Day weekend. This takes us into Monday morning, so that heat sticking around for the holiday, and that's why we get upper 90s in the forecast. For today, low 90s. Daytime high 93 will be about 80 degrees headed into the lunch hour, 88 at 3 p.m. and then low 90s for 6 o'clock. So if you're headed out to have dinner on the patio on this Friday night, maybe find a shady spot. It's going to still be hot out there at that point in time. 94 in Mountain Home today, 92 in Caldwell, Mount McCall, 87, Stanley, 86. And we are not the only ones dealing with the heat. Look at Portland, again, up in the 90s, Seattle, low 80s. They could see 90s back on the board here shortly. And 113 in Redding, California. So the extreme heat, again, building off that southwest coastline of Northern California. Yep, that's where the heat is going to start. Futurecast looking pretty boring. Here's what you see, and that's what you get all the way through the weekend into Monday of next week. If you're headed up camping, trying to escape the heat, well, good luck. We're still in the 90s in the McCall area, so if you are headed up to the higher elevations, plan on mid-80s to low 90s for daytime highs. Chilly overnight temps, still upper 40s to low 50s, so we'll cool you off just enough at night to give you a nice reset. Hit that reset button and then get going with another toasty day. Around here, yeah, upper 90s all the way through. We're at 98 on Sunday. Nothing changing. The forecast really on repeat through the holiday. We'll be backing off to the mid-90s, low 90s by Thursday, if you can call that a cool down again. Hazy conditions expected to settle in. We get the stagnant pattern and